Hi, thank you so much for logging on this evening to listen to our live recording here from Greece. We're here on a company holiday. We arrived a couple of days ago, and you can see in the photograph here just how stunning this place is. So we arrived, we were given our room keys, and we were just gobsmacked when we opened the balcony doors onto the patio. And you can see there we've got our own private pool and our own little beach. And this is just in our bedroom, so it's absolutely incredible. We've got a stunning suite. We've got a bath just sitting in the middle of the bedroom with an electronic curtain that comes down to screen it off. It's just five-star luxury, and that's the way that we're always treated in our company when we go on the trips. It's always five-star, everything's paid for, and we're absolutely spoiled, to be honest. So it's my pleasure this evening to just talk you through a bit about our company and to see whether there's something in it for you. So I'll just start by giving you my story. You can see me on the screen there. I'm mum to Molly. She's age 6. And there's Phil, my partner. He's a self-employed electrician. And I joined Forever 3 years ago. I was invited by my best friend to come on one of the holidays, just like I'm on now. She invited me to go to the company holiday in Sardinia. So I thought I was going along for a holiday. Little did I know I was going to come home with a business. And to say I've never looked back, is an understatement. It's literally changed my family's life. I previously to Forever had spent my whole life running restaurants. So I've worked in various restaurant chains around the UK. I actually bought my own restaurant in Mallorca when I was 23 years old and stayed there for about 3 years, but just living abroad at that stage of my life just wasn't for me. So I came back to the UK and I worked for the Michelin star chef Raymond Blanc. I run his restaurant here. So I'd really worked very, very hard in the catering industry and worked my way right up to the top of the ladder, so to speak. And the problem with catering is that obviously you're working insane hours. So, a 60 to 80 hour week was very, very typical of most weeks for me. And probably about 50% of the time, I'd also had self-employed roles. So that came with it a different set of challenges. So the long hours, but also, the stress, the headaches, the recruiting of staff, dealing with everything basically. So I'd worked really hard, but I was really struggling to find something with a good work-life balance. So when I was pregnant, expecting Molly, we knew that something had to change in our family. We knew that I needed a way that I could work more flexibly. The long hours were never going to suit. There's no nurseries or childcare for parents coming in at 1, 2 in the morning. So when I first was in London, I had a pub in London when I was pregnant, and we had a nanny to start with. But again, it's not a great long-term situation. So when my friend showed me the Forever opportunity, I could really see that this was a way that I could be the mum that I wanted to be. And I could also be a successful businesswoman and earn good money because, I was used to earning good money. I just didn't see a way that I could do that flexibly. So, like I said, my best friend Ange had taken me to Sardinia. And in 2013, we were on that trip, and you can see the photograph there on the top left. In 2014, we then went to Dallas and Lake Tahoe. So you can see on the bottom right-hand side of the picture there, if anybody was a fan of the TV show Dallas, then you'll see that iconic building there. And that was literally a dream come true for me to go to Southport for the day. We had an oil baron ballroom meal. We were given a rodeo. It was just absolutely incredible. And we could just hang out, go around the stables for about 7 hours that day. It was insane. And then you can see in the top, we've been to Mexico last year. This year we went to South Africa and we went on safari. We were in Singapore there. You can see the photo in the center there. I'm stood in the top balcony of the Marina Bay Sands Hotel in Singapore with the owner of the company, Rex Morn. So for me, travel is a massive part of this business. I love to travel, and if you can imagine 20 odd years spent running restaurants, that wasn't part of the job. It was literally just work, work, work. So for me to now be rewarded for my hard work in this business by being sent to these amazing exotic locations, for me, it's literally a dream come true. So it says here, you can't change your life if you don't change your thinking. So I'm just going to run through some bits about our company for the next 25, 30 minutes. So just ask you to sit there with an open mind. That'd be fantastic. So we all have similar challenges. We're all working longer hours these days. It could be that, you're down to work 9 to 5, but the boss is expecting you to stay late. I know I've been chatting to people lately where, they literally said that if they leave the office before 8 p.m, it's really frowned upon. That's not something that you can sustain long term. It might be longer commutes. So, the traffic on the roads, people spending an hour to get to work is not even unusual. My sister works probably 20 minutes away from home, and it takes her over an hour to get to work with the amount of cars on the road that time in the morning. And it's just an extra stress that, does build up over time. It could be a lack of job security. So if anybody listening has been made redundant, then it's not a nice position to be in. I'd worked for a couple of restaurant groups that in restaurant world, they typically go into administration. And it's really not nice when you're in a position where you don't get your last wages, your last month's pay packet, because a restaurant's decided to close down in my case. It could be pension options. So even if you're in your early 20s listening, this is something that we can't just put to the back of our minds and think, let's worry about it later, because the reality is we need to be looking at that as soon as we go into employment or self-employment, because obviously pensions aren't what they used to be. They're not just going to be guaranteed for us when we get old. Similar to our challenges, we all have very similar needs. So it might be that you're looking at this presentation because you attracted to having more time with your friends or your family. For me, obviously working the unsociable hours within catering, I'd missed out on so many friends' birthdays and family occasions. It could be that when you listen a little bit later and you hear about the fact you can win a car with our company, it might be that you think, do you know what, I quite need a new car. It might be financial independence. Wow, you can hear the thunder. There's a real storm going on here this evening. So financial independence. So initially when I joined, I could see a way that I could pay off a couple of credit cards that I had. Now I'm 3 years in, this is much more for me. I look at debt-free as being mortgage-free, because of course a mortgage is just a debt to the bank. So for me, that's a real goal for me in my business. It could be that you fancy a new way of working. So working from home has, massive benefits. You just literally get up and you start work. It means that you've got so much more flexibility, especially like myself being a parent. It could be that you fancy being your own boss. Maybe you've just got to the point where you no longer want to be told what to do every day and what time to do it, and to apply for your holiday each year, etc., and be told that somebody else in the office has got those dates off, so you can't take time off. Being your own boss really makes you the master of your own day. It makes you decide when you want to work, when you want to decide that to work that week, that month, that hour. You get to plan your own diary. It could be that you fancy helping others. Now, I didn't really understand that when I first joined until I was in the business and realized that actually all I do is help others, whether that's with their health, or whether that's with the health through the products, or whether it's helping people to earn some extra money. Either way, in this position, everybody is friendly and nice and lovely. In comparison to, say, for example, my last business where I was dealing with contracts within nightclubs, everybody was always wanting to complain about everything. The girls were late turning up, etc. Whereas in this, I literally am just helping people, so everybody's really grateful. It's a lovely environment to work in. Now, it could be that you fancy some success. Now, I can't say for you what that means to you, because everybody has a different opinion of what success is and what it means to them. So it could be that you associate that with money. It could be that you want to be wealthy, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it might just be that you want to be more fulfilled. Maybe the job that you're currently doing doesn't give you that satisfaction at the end of the day. And it could be recognition. So again, as I mentioned, I was self-employed, so nobody was ever telling me well done or giving me a pat on the back. It was literally just me day in, day out. So now for me to get recognized for all of the little things that I do, as well as the big things that I do in my business, it's a really, really nice environment. Or it could be that you want better health. Maybe the day job that you're doing is stressing you out so much that it's starting to take a toll on your health. So listening to how you could work flexibly. Again, that all fits in with a better lifestyle because there's less stress. You can be in the gym whenever you want. If you want to go to the gym at 11 a.m., you can do that. You haven't got to be going after work at 6:30 in the evening. So again, it's just limiting the amount of stress that you need to have in your life. And ultimately, all of those things that you could be looking for could give you that peace of mind. So who are we? So we're a company owned by the gentleman on the right-hand side of the screen, Mr. Rex Morn, and we were founded in 1978 in the States. So we're a 38-year-old company. We are a family company with family values. Now, Rex wasn't able to attend this trip, but his son is here and was on stage yesterday talking to us. And, I've been fortunate enough to go on half a dozen of these trips, and it's a very much family feel environment. The family are on stage talking, they're here to greet everybody, and you really do get that sense of family, and it's such a nice environment. We're also the world brand leader in what we do. And for me, I think this was really important because if you're looking like I was for a different kind of way of working, then you may have looked at some franchises or you may have looked at different business opportunities. But essentially, if you're going to build a business in any field, why not choose to be working with the world brand leader? And then it says here, taken from the mission statement, I'll just read out the last bit to you where it says where integrity, empathy and fun are our guides. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never heard of any other company where they insist that fun is part of the day job. And we really do have a lot of fun. You only have to have a little stalk on my Facebook to see the kind of fun that we have, not just when we're on the trips, but back in the UK as well. So we're currently in 158 countries, and what that really importantly means to us is that, first of all, we can retail and we can recruit in 158 countries from the minute we join the business. So that means you can have a global business. But what it also means is that 158 governments have actually approved both our products and our business model. So that's, what does that say about us? It's an incredible status to have. We have over $2.5 billion turnover and over $1.5 billion in assets. And the assets are actually our company properties. So that in those 158 countries, we have bought our head office buildings for cash. And they are stunning buildings. When we were in Singapore, we visited their head office, and it's actually the oldest building in Singapore. You've seen that we own South Fork and the head office in the UK that you'll see in a second. They're just stunning, stunning buildings. And that's part of our property portfolio. We also own holiday resorts around the world as well. So when we were in South Africa, we got to go to one of Rex's safari ranches as well. So we have an experienced senior management team, and Rex handpicked those people from day one, and the majority of which are still with us today. And what does that say as well about the company? It just shows the values and how fun it is to work with us. So we're cash rich and we're debt free with over 35 years of consistent growth. As I said, it's 38 years now. So here's our head office building in the UK. Now, I'm fortunate enough to live just 10 minutes down the road, and they operate an open door policy. So you can literally just turn up, the door's always open. There's meeting rooms in there that you can use. You can go and have a chat with any of the head office staff. You can go and speak to Bob Parker, our managing director. He's our company manager, and you can go and have a chat with anybody there. The door's always open. To the left there on the photo is our training room. So we can hold trainings in there for up to 100 people. To the right, you can't see it, but there's a beautiful lake and there's lovely garden furniture around the lake. So during the summer months, I often just meet people for coffees by the lake, which is just stunning. In the UK, last year, we had £135 million turnover. Now, I know that sounds a lot, but you'll hear later, when you look at the figures of the industry, we're only just scratching the surface. And the UK growth, you can see there has been 348% in the last 5 years. When I joined the business in 2013, the sales then were 50 million. So you can see the growth just in the time that I've been in the business. And we've been in the UK since 1993. On the bottom right there, you can see a couple of stamps, which are the DSA stamp, which is the Direct Selling Association. And they basically regulate what we do. So everything is legal and very much above board.
We also have the gold standard investors in people. So you may have heard of this in where you currently work. It's basically a company, they regulate how you train your staff. And as it says there, we have the gold standard for that. So we have an incredible product range. Obviously, our business would not work if we didn't have incredible products. And you may have seen the iconic yellow bottles there of gel. That's our drinking gel there on the screen. And it's an amazing bottle packed with nutrients, vitamins, amino acids, and it's a fantastic daily tonic to drink and be healthy. And the actual drinking gel equates to 50% of the company's sales. But we have many different products in our range. So why would you actually use a forever product over, say, for example, a high street product? Well, we are the world's #1 grower of aloe vera. That means that we literally own the majority of the plants in the world, which means that we can afford to only use the nutritional best parts of the plant. We're also actually the world's biggest beekeepers as well for our bee-based products. We don't add anything nasty into our products, and we've done that from day one. 38 years, organic wasn't a buzzword 38 years ago, but Rex had the foresight to always grow our aloe in that way. And we hand harvest the plant, which is really important to keep the goodness in it. So we don't put a combine harvester down the fields. We literally hand crop the aloe, and we just take out the inner leaf gel, because that's actually the only part of the plant that is nutritional. And we have a patented stabilization process. So what that means is literally same as, for example, a banana, which would go brown once you start to peel it. There's no difference. Aloe is exactly the same. It's a live plant, which you need to keep in that state. So what we do is we cold press it, and we add fruit juice and fruit acid, and that just stops it from going off. Now, nobody can copy that because it's patented. For example, a high street version may have had to use chemicals or heat because they can't copy our cold fruit acid process, which makes us a superior quality product. And as I said at the beginning, a world brand leader. So we have lots of product approval. You can see along the bottom there. So there's the Aloe Science Council certificate. So they actually come in each year and just check that what we say is in the bottle actually is. We have the Islamic Society approval, kosher and halal. So we can recommend our business and our products to people of any background. We also have, you can see there, the bunny stamp, and that is basically that we do not test on animals. Now, you can use the products on animals. I've got a massive equestrian team within my team, and horses, pets, lots of different animals have benefits by using the products, but we would never test on animals. We also, most importantly for me, have an unconditional 60-day money back guarantee. Now, this was important to me because I wanted to recommend the products as quickly as possible to my friends and family because I knew the benefits that they would have with them. But they, my friends and family knew that my background was in restaurant management. So I knew about wines and I knew about cheese, but I didn't know much about nutritional products. So for me, it was so nice to be able to recommend the products and just say to people, look, give it a try and see how you get on. And if you don't like the results, then you can literally have your money back, no questions asked. And for me, that just, it made it less of a sales job for me. It was more that I was just recommending that they try something. They had nothing to lose. And I really, really liked that. It just kind of meant that I didn't need to be an aloe expert. It meant that I could, you can earn in the business while you're learning. So we have a massive product range. We have around 300 products in our range. We have health and wellness products. We've got fitness and weight management, which was, I was a fitness and weight management customer before I joined the business. We have beauty and cosmetics. We've got animal and home products. And then we have some very cleverly put together product packs for people who just want to say, that's what I want to take over a month. So it's packaged for them. Who buys our products? So every single person I would imagine is a potential customer. I'm pretty sure that everybody uses tooth gel or they use deodorant. So it's safe to say that everybody could be a potential customer. Babies can use our products. Animals can use our products. So literally it is something for everybody. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, it all sounds great, but how do I earn some money? So it's really important to say at this point that we're a very ethical company. As I already said, we're part of the Direct Selling Association who regulate what we do. And we are going to talk about some income potentials, but again, it's very much about the hard work that you put in. So we have massive marketplace potential. So you can see here, vitamins and supplements, £660 million in the UK. Beauty products, that's a whopping 8.4 billion UK market. And then sports and nutrition, 90 million UK market. It's absolutely crazy considered to, with our 135 million pound sales, you can see there that we are only scratching the surface in these marketplaces. And the most important thing for you listening this evening is that these are growing marketplaces. So our customers, as I said, they're pretty much everybody you know. It could be people that you work with. Somebody might, be complaining about a backache, for example, and you say, oh, try my heat cream. It might be people at the gym, people that, you might do a Zumba class and, get chatting to somebody at the gym. It could be people at the school gates. If you're a parent, then, the 10 minutes while you're waiting for your kids to come out of the school gates, it just literally, the business comes up in natural conversation. And obviously it will always be people that you care about because you will always want to help your friends and family. So there's lots of different income opportunities, and it could be that you're just listening, just looking to earn a couple of £100 per month. This is very, very simple. You can see here that we've put you at the bottom there and we've written personal use next to that. So obviously for you to recommend the products to your friends and family, you will want to be using the products yourself. You'll want to be feeling the benefits yourself so you can ethically recommend these to your friends and family. So you'll be using the products, which means you'll naturally start recommending them. And we would build you up this small retail business of literally 20 to 30 customers to earn you that much per month. And again, don't worry, we show you how to do this. Now, if you're looking to earn more than £200 to £400 per month, all we do is looking at building you a team. So you can see that you're there in the center. You're still using the products yourself so that you can recommend them to everybody. So you'll have your customers. Again, that will still remain at the 20 to 30 customers. And then we will start to build you a team of people that also want to earn an extra income. So who could be a potential team member? Well, the same as we said about the customers, absolutely everybody you know could be a potential team member. So who do you know that might want to earn some extra money? I'd say that's pretty much everybody. Could name a good 2 to 5 people without even thinking about it. People that might say, that they couldn't afford a summer holiday abroad this year, or somebody that's, wanting to put their children in private school, or somebody that's just saying that there's just not enough money left at the end of the month. So this is how we call it multiplying your time. So here's a quick example for you. You can see on the left, if you imagine that we teach you just how to recruit 2 people, you can see on the right there that those 2 people having 20 customers each, that means that you've then got 40 customers. We teach those first 2 people to recruit 2 people. That means that you've then got 4 team members. Those 4 team members, then you've got 120 customers. Those 4 recruit 4, you've got 8 team members. That brings you 280 customers. 16 team members would be 520 customers. 30 team members would be 600 customers. Now remember, you're only personally looking after your 20, but you're earning commission on the full 600 customers. Now you couldn't possibly look after 600 customers all by yourself and give them the kind of service that we give our clients, but you will be paid on that commission. And we call that typically a manager business, earning you around £800 to £2,000 per month. Now, if you want more than that, if you have a think, if you know 2 people, maybe you could think of actually 5 people. So 5 people would be looking after 100 customers. Those 5 people find 5 people. You've got 25 team members with 600 customers already. Those 25 people find 5 each. You've got 3,100 customers. And then you can see at the top there, 780 team members would be over 15,500 customers. Absolutely incredible amount of customers, but again, you're still only looking after your 20. Now, life isn't as symmetrical as those 2 examples. Some people that you recruit will find 1 person to work with. Some people may find 10. Some people will just be happy retailing and earning their £200. So then what we do is we then move into what's called a royalty style income. So we will work you through our marketing plan to the position of manager, the position which I just spoke about, which would earn you that £800 to £2,000 per month. Now, people in your team will start to think, well, I would quite like to be a manager. So you will help them achieve the manager position, and then you will be paid a royalty style income on their entire turnover. Now, these managers don't just need to be in the UK. You can build your business overseas immediately. I've got team in Mexico, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Sweden, in Dubai, all over the world, in countries that I've never even visited. I get paper checks turning up in the post from these different countries. Now, what's your income potential? So these are just examples here. We've got a manager position of £20,000 per year. Now, typically, most managers will still be working in their full-time employment or very much fitting it around the nooks and crannies. So we teach you again how to do that. So that £20,000 income is generally part-time, around 10 to 15 hours per month. Now, once you've helped 2 people under you achieve the manager position, you then have a title called senior manager, and you would typically be earning £35,000. If you help 5 people, you would be called a soaring manager, and that would be around £60,000. That's the position I'm at now. I've helped 6 people direct to the manager position, and over 20 people under them have become managers as well. So that's a nice, stable soaring manager position. Then we have sapphire managers. So sapphire managers have helped 9 people achieve manager position. We have diamond sapphire manager, where they've helped 17 people achieve the manager position, which is my best friend's level. And then we have diamond manager, which is 25 people, and you'll be earning in excess of 350,000. There's one diamond manager couple in the UK at the moment, and they earn way in excess of that. Now, you can literally choose, if you look at this marketing plan, you can choose the position that you would like to go for. There's nobody telling you what you can or can't achieve. It's an uncapped income potential. So you decide how much you're worth and how much you're prepared to work for. So how do we build our team? It's a really simple 4-step process. You can see there potential team members. So we make a list of people that you may know, people that you want to contact. And then we literally contact them and show them the business. And you'll do that in the format that you normally communicate with that person. It could be by text, it could be by phone, it could be that you meet them for a coffee, it could be chatting to them at the school gates. And then we show them a business presentation, just like the one I'm showing you now. We do these live across the country and live in other countries as well. So you can send somebody to a live business presentation, or you can just send them a video link. And then we just get them started. And we call this our business cycle wheel that you can see now on the screen. So you can see there how it flows around with you in the middle, controlling the speed of which that happens. And your business will grow in direct proportion to the speed of which you can get people around that wheel. And it literally is as simple as that. Now, most people, they say to me, it can't be that simple, Lou. It just can't be that easy. And, you know, it's not easy. We do work hard, but it is that simple. It is literally about showing people and getting them started and holding their hands every step of the way to make that person successful. Now, do you like to travel? So I've said on this luxury holiday now in Greece, the company hosts 2 holidays that you can qualify per year. We've been to all the countries I mentioned before. Next year, the trips are to Dubai, and then there's a cruise around the Mediterranean. We're going to Monte Carlo, Barcelona and Rome. Can you even imagine how insane that party's going to be? So it's always 5-star, it's always luxury, and we're spending money, your food, everything's included. And we're spoilt from the second we arrive. I mean, there was goodie bags on the table when we arrived with mugs, products. You don't even need to pack your own tooth gel or suntan lotion. It's here for you when you arrive. Forever literally think of every single attention to detail to make your trip amazing. You can see here me with my car. So this is called a Forever to Drive incentive, and you can earn up to £6,300 per year to buy the car of your choice. Now, you don't actually just have to buy a car. So I qualified in month 10 for the Forever to Drive incentive, but I didn't need a car at the time. So I just used the money to put towards those credit card debts that I mentioned at the beginning. And I also used the money just for extra treats and holiday top-ups. So it wasn't until March this year that I got my new car.
And that photo was actually taken outside the house that I was staying at in August. So for me, one of my goals, I said my partner, he's an electrician, so he's self-employed, and our daughter on her school summer holidays, I really wanted us to take the whole summer holidays off work to be able to spend with her. Now, it was great because obviously I've got a flexible laptop business, so I can work from wherever. But for Phil, he managed to take 32 days off work. So we were together as a family every day at a beautiful house in Brighton. And it was just incredible to be able to spend that quality family time together. So that's a really lovely photo memory for me. Chairman's bonus. So this is really the icing on the cake. This year, $26 million was paid out globally. Now, because we are a privately owned company, Rex is an incredibly generous man, and he decides that because there's not shareholders wanting some of the profit, he will share some of the profit between the qualifying distributors. So you can see on the top left, that was me in Singapore. Yeah, Singapore. That was my first check for over $6,600. And underneath, you can see my next check in South Africa. In the center there, you've got my best friend, Ange. Now, when she went on stage and got that 197,000, it was about 5:30 in the morning UK time. I literally rang my parents and burst into tears. It was like watching my friend win the lottery. It was insane. But you can see on the right there, my daughter holding her check for $500,000. Can you even, I can't even comprehend it now. So that was her check this year. So what a massive jump. And the checks are literally just about how many people within your team you've helped to also win a check. So it's always about helping others. It's so ethical. You can see there, Adam with his check for almost $500,000 in 2015. And then you can see Jane's check for over $1 million. And both of their checks were over that amount this year as well. So just an incredible incentive to be able to get that. And this is an extra bonus. This isn't your monthly incredible income. This is literally on top. What would you do with that kind of check? Would you pay off a mortgage? Would you treat your family to a dream holiday of a lifetime? You know, what would you do with that kind of money? So there's lots of different people that join our business, and I've just put some of my team on the screen here. You can see Kirsty. So Kirsty's 26 years old. She's pregnant in this picture. She's expecting her second child in November. Kirsty's been working with me for a few months because she's already got a 7-year-old, and she knows that being a carer and having to go back to work after the baby's born is almost an impossibility with childcare costs and juggling hours. So we're getting busy with Kirsty's business now. Julia, so she's a gym owner. She's here actually in Greece with me now. She actually sold her gym in November. You can see on the bottom her testimonial. She spent 31 years owning a gym, which was absolutely incredible. But Julia's in her 50s, and running 8 hours of dance classes a week was starting to have its toll on her health, and also time with her family. She was tied to that gym day in, day out. It was open 7 days a week. That was her life. Whereas now she gets to spend quality time with her 10-year-old son and her husband. So it's been completely life-changing for Julia. And then Lisa and Nick, they're also on this trip to Greece. They actually, Lisa's a mum. She comes from a retail background, and Nick works in IT. So they are a manager couple in Forever. So you can actually build this business with your partners, with your loved ones as well, which is just an amazing situation to be in as well. Nick's very, very passionate about the products. So it was, he loves recommending those. And as you can see, you know, it's not just for the girls. We've got lots of boys in the team as well. Adam came from a city broker background, Callum being a football coach. You can see their testimonials there. So the benefits, well, it's a proven business model. Coming from a self-employed background, you know, everything's a risk when you start business on your own. It's not in Forever. Literally, all you need to do is commit the time to the business. But the rest of it's a proven business model. You don't have to go and rewrite the wheel. It's already done for us. You just follow that business cycle that I showed you before. It's uncapped. You will literally sit with us and tell us how much you want to earn, and then when we guide you in that direction. It's willable. Now, for me, this was just such a huge draw to the business. And I'll just explain what willable means, because I'd never heard of it before Forever.
So my income, should anything happen to me, my income will be passed on to Phil. If anything happens to both of us, my sister will receive the forever income and she will be able to bring up our daughter with that money. And then when Molly would get to 18 years old, she would inherit the business. Now, I think that's so unique. I've never heard of it before. And I just think, wow, the thought of being able to have that legacy style income to look after your loved ones when we're no longer here, I think is just incredible. And I just think as a parent, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just even do this incredibly part-time on the side? But why wouldn't you do that for the security of your children? I just think it's amazing. Complete flexibility. You will tell us the hours that you've got to spend on the business. We'll find the nooks and crannies to fit this in. Nobody comes to me and says, Lou, I've got 20 hours spare time. We have to look at their weekly agenda and we have to work out where we can sneak the time in. Nobody thinks they have spare time. So this is very much a part-time role. Training and support is second to none. You've already seen we've got the Investors in People Gold Award, and most of the training's done just in your pajamas at home, so it's incredible. And then recognition and appreciation, just amazing. You've seen the kind of holidays you can win. Even if you're looking to earn £200, you'll still have a mentor in the business that will be holding your hand, guiding you along, and you'll be getting plenty of recognition. It's a really beautiful way to work. All of those things giving you peace of mind. So will forever work for you? Now, at this point, I do like to remind people, it sounds incredible. It almost sounds too good to be true, but I really stress that it's not a get rich quick scheme. This is about hard work and your determination. So will you take it seriously? You need to give it the time and effort that any new venture would require. You need to be self-motivated. Now, I'm not going to be at the bottom of your stairs waking you up in the morning saying, come on, get to work. This is about you being motivated by wanting to create a better future for yourself. You've got to embrace change. You need to tell everybody what you're doing. This is not a secret. It can't be like MI5. You need to be able to share the business opportunity and share the products and their benefits with everybody that you know and come into contact with. And are you willing to think big and set new goals? Now, don't worry if you listen to that and think, oh my goodness, wouldn't even know where to start. That's what we're here for. That's our expertise, is to help you think about, what did you want when you were a little kid? What did you grow up dreaming about achieving? Let's go back to those kind of goals and set some plans for you. So the next steps and getting started, well, it's really, really simple. We can send you an online registration form so you can register straight away and get your business owner box ordered. Now, you pay $199.75 to receive a box with the 18 best-selling products. So they're the products that we need you to drink and to put on your skin and to try straight away in order for you to be able to ethically recommend those products to your friends, family, loved ones, colleagues, etc. So it's the best way to get started. It's not the only way, but it's the best way that we suggest because you come straight in at the highest percentage discount on the products. And also you get a big pack of literature. So you get all your brochures, receipt pads, magazines, everything that you need to get your business started. And then we book your business planning meeting. And again, we try and get that done straight away because that's where we design a business plan that's just to suit you. This isn't it isn't a business that is just one model. It literally, we do a business plan to suit your time and your needs. It brings us now back to the first screen where you can see this wheel. So it could be that you were listening originally thinking that you wanted more time, but now you like the sound of the free travel. It could be financial independence. It could be that, again, still you just want that extra cash, and that's absolutely fine. We can easily do you a plan to earn you that £200 to £400 per month. But it might be that you're thinking, hang on, if I can do that, why don't I take a look at how to be debt free as well? It could be that you really do like the sounds of working from home, the flexibility. It could be, again, the success, the recognition, like I said, has just been a massive thing for me. And then health, just a healthier way of living, no stress and nobody telling you what to do all day long. Ultimately, whatever it is on there that's attracting you to the business, ultimately, whatever that is will give you that peace of mind that you're looking for. Now, I earned really good money in my last business, in very, very good money. It was kind of almost a trapping, but I earned very good money, but I didn't sleep well at night. I certainly did not have peace of mind. I worried about losing contracts. I worried about not being able to pay my mortgage. I worried about staff not turning up. I worried about what those contracts about what they thought about me when my business wasn't working, when staff didn't turn up and fulfill those contracts. Everything was a worry. There was no peace of mind attached to that business whatsoever. I did not go to bed, put my head on the pillow and fall straight to sleep. I put my head on the pillow and worried before falling asleep. Whereas now with Forever, with the willable income, with the royalty style income, I know I've got nothing to worry about. I can be away in Greece and I know my team back home are still building. I know my team in Australia are building while I'm asleep. It's a really powerful position to be in as far as peace of mind's concerned. And I just love that about the business. I literally feel a million times more healthier than I did before. So whatever it is, I say, suggest that you change your thinking, change your actions, and we say change your life. So I do hope that there's been something that you've listened to that might be for you. And I do hope that we'll be meeting soon and working together. Thank you so much for listening.